Hello, I am Professor Sims. This video is about preventing the spread of the novel virus COVID-19. Properly washing your hands, wearing a fabric face mask, and socially distancing from others outside of your household especially are the three branches that make up a protective triad against COVID-19. If any of these three branches are missing, that will leave you vulnerable to infection. And this is because COVID-19 is highly contagious and is spread in two ways, by fomite transmission and by droplet transmission. Fomite transmission is what it's called when you touch a surface or object that is infected and then you touch your nose, mouth, or eyes, allowing the virus to enter your body. Frequent and proper hand washing is the best defense against fomite transmission. You should wash your hands with antimicrobial soap, lathering the tops and bottoms of each hand, lathering between the fingers and under the nails, and do this for about 20 seconds at least. Dry your hands with a clean cloth or paper towel. You don't want to use air dryers if you can avoid it because air dryers can blow microbes back onto your hands. Face masks also help prevent fomite transmission by preventing you from touching your face while you're wearing them. As for preventing droplet transmission, face masks work to trap respiratory droplets that leave your mouth when you talk, breathe, sing, cough, or sneeze. Without a mask, these respiratory droplets travel through the air and infect whatever person or object they land on. And this is the primary way that COVID-19 is spread. So face masks are used to stop or slow down these droplets so they don't infect others. It is true that individual viral particles are small enough to fit through the weave of most fabrics. So why does a fabric face mask work then? Well, mainly it's because virus particles are not usually aerosolized when they leave your respiratory system. They are contained in droplets, which are heavy enough to fall within 6 feet or so, unless they are allowed to flow through the air, through air currents that leave your mouth. In that case, the droplets may evaporate, and that leaves the virus particles as aerosols that can travel much further than 6 feet. And those are going to be small enough to enter someone else's fabric face mask. So when you wear a mask, the virus is trapped in the droplets, and the droplets stay inside of your mask. And even if some droplets do get through, they're moving at a much slower rate, and thus they don't travel as far. You may ask, if masks work so well, then why is social distancing necessary? Well, there are many reasons for this, but mainly, no matter what mandate is in place, you never know if the person in the space before you was wearing a mask. Also, someone in the space before you may have worn their mask improperly. If a mask does not completely cover your mouth, nose, and chin, it's almost like not wearing a mask at all. And ill-fitting masks can also allow droplets to exit out of the sides of the mask. And even a mask that's too tight or has too many thick layers can force respiratory droplets out of the top or the sides of the mask. If you are ever unsure of the type of mask or the fit of your mask, a good test is to see if you can blow a candle out through your mask from about a foot away. If you can, your mask is ineffective at blocking droplet particles. Some people say that they're fine with hand washing and social distancing, but don't think they should have to wear a mask if they aren't sick. But COVID-19 can go undetected, and almost half of infections come from people who don't show symptoms. Even people who are symptomatic often don't feel sick until about a week or two after they are infected. So feeling healthy doesn't mean that you don't have the virus. And we should all behave as if we are infected in order to protect the health of those around us. Other people are averse to wearing masks because they think that the mask can harm their health by lowering their body's oxygen levels. This is a myth that has been repeatedly disproven by healthcare workers, some of which work all day long in masks very routinely. Masks can be uncomfortable and you might feel weird wearing one, but there are lots of things that were weird before we got used to them. For example, seat belts were mocked when they were new not so long ago. Still others are unsure of how to properly wear and care for a reusable fabric mask. You want to handle your mask by the ear loops and not touch the central part. You want to place the mask over your nose, mouth, and chin and put the loops around your ears. While wearing your mask, keep your hands away from your face. When you want to take your mask off, take it off by removing removing the loops from your ears and set it aside without touching it. At the end of the day, you can pop it in the washer or you can hand wash it in the sink. A mask is going to be small enough that you can even allow it to air dry overnight if you want, and it will be dry by morning. Masks won't stop the pandemic on their own, though. Masks are best used in combination with hand washing and social distancing, and these actions, if taken by all of us, will make a big difference in fighting this pandemic. So, protect yourself and those around you. We're all in this together.